So I've been traveling Europe for about 10 days now. I went to London, Copenhagen, now I'm in Stockholm. And one thing that I've learned is that when you're a tourist, you have the freedom to ask dumb questions. And so you should use that because when you can talk to someone, you can just be like, hey, I'm not from here. What's a cool place I should check out? And then they'll tell you probably some pretty good advice in like neighborhoods that would be cool to explore. And that's what I've been doing to like learn more about the city. Like I didn't really plan much when I came to any of these cities. I just been talking to people and be like, oh, what should I do? And they've been like kind of planning the trip for me because I don't really like to plan things too much, right? There's certain spots that I was like, oh, I want to go there. But the point is, when you're traveling alone, then you get to just ask them questions. You get to meet people, and people are interested. People are excited to give recommendations, so they're not going to be annoyed by you. So many people, I think they get discouraged to like talk to new people when they're traveling because they're like, oh, I don't want to annoy the locals. The locals, generally speaking, like to give recommendations to tourists. Yeah, they get annoyed when there's like a ton of tourists, but if it's like just one person who's asking you directions, wouldn't you be excited to give them recommendations? I know I would in Los Angeles or New York or anywhere. Like really in the U.S., I'd be happy to like give recommendations for something that I know. I would actually be kind of excited. I'd be like, oh, nice. Like I've been saving up all of these memories on like places that I like. Let me actually talk to someone about them. I'd be excited about that. So it's like you have the freedom to do that. So take that opportunity because then you get to talk to people in the city. You get to learn about like different parts of the city. You get to actually explore those. It's like, it's such a benefit. And then you could like ask them questions too. You're like, oh, like, how do you like living here? Like, what's it like living here? And then they'll tell you. And then you get to have interesting conversations. So that's point number one, is to just talk to people, ask dumb questions, because when you're a tourist, you have the liberty to do that. And what a lot of people do is like, they don't like to ask dumb questions because they don't want to look dumb. You're a tourist. Of course you're going to look dumb. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you might as well actually learn something from it and ask the dumb question. So that's point number one, ask dumb questions. Point number two is to just talk to people in like a hostel or wherever you're staying. Like try and stay at a place where like other travelers are. Like in Copenhagen, I stayed at this hostel and it was like so cool. It was like a very social hostel. So I met people, I made friends, and then we just kind of like talked. We went out one night. It was pretty fun. It was like cool to like learn from people from different cultures. I also met some American people. So it was nice to have that combination of people who are similar to you and also people who are different. So when you stay in a hostel, you get that opportunity, and you can get like a private room in a hostel, right? If you hate like, you know, sharing a room, which I don't really like doing that anymore. I would have done that if I was in college, but like nowadays I'd much rather have my own room. So like paid extra for my own room, right? But if you stay in a hostel, then you can just meet these people and it becomes a lot more seamless of a trip and you're not lonely. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, I think they don't want to solo travel because they're afraid they'll get lonely. Well, if you actually talk to people and you actually like stay at a place where it's like normal to talk to people, then you won't get lonely. So it's like, that's another tip, is to stay at a hostel. And then the third tip is like, maybe if you're not staying at a hostel, just like go to the restaurant that the hostel has. Like a lot of hostels have like their own restaurant. So like just go to the restaurant there and then talk to people. And then it won't be lonely, and you'll learn more about people's cultures, and like maybe they'll have recommendations for you in the city. So that's point number two, is to stay at hostels, or at least like go to the restaurants or bars like right next to the hostel. Lesson number three is to do some sort of social activity that's common in the city. So in London and Copenhagen, I did a couple run clubs, and I made some friends from that because I was just like talking to people who like lived there, and I got more of a sense of like what the culture was like there. And people were like super nice, and like some of them had connections to Los Angeles. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I met someone who like has a cousin in LA, and it's like, it's pretty small world. But the more you talk to people about these things, the more you do these like social things, the more you get to learn about the culture. So I think it's really beneficial to do that, and it's like a good workout, right? You don't have to like go to the bar and get hammered to like meet new people. You could actually just do things that are like sober, that involve socializing. Like it's not weird to start a conversation with someone at a run club. The whole point of it is to like meet people, right? It's to run, it's to be healthy, it's to like improve your pace, it's also to meet people. And I don't even like running that much, but I do run like once or twice a week. So it's like, it's good for me to stay active. Like I've done 3 run clubs in this trip in 10 days. So it's like I've ran more than I would if I was back home. So it's like, it's good to still stay active, get to meet people. So lesson number 3 is to do some sort of social activity that's normal, that it wouldn't be weird to like start a conversation. And lesson number 4 is to spend some time by yourself. Just spend some time walking around with your own thoughts, no headphones. Just walk to like a nice park. Once you get a recommendation, like just walk, explore new parts of the city, get lost. It's so fun to get lost in a city. Obviously go to a safe place. Don't go to like a dangerous area and get lost. That would be dumb. But when you're in a safe city like Stockholm and Copenhagen, they're very safe cities. I mean, London's not as safe, but like I was staying in a pretty safe area, right? But when you do these things, when you get lost, when you're with your own thoughts, you get to learn more about yourself too. It's not just about learning about the culture when you solo travel. It's also about learning about yourself. Because when you're alone, you have to like, you know, figure out how to get places. You have to like think about your own life. You have to think about, oh, maybe I want to move here. Maybe I want to move to a different city. You find out things that you like about different cities, and then you get to like make a decision in terms of like where you want to live and like where you want to visit and what do you want to do with your life. Like so a lot of people they have like epiphanies about leaving their job or like trying a new job or something related to their career or their relationships or the city they want to live in. Like they have these realizations when they're traveling alone. So it's like it's really beneficial to do that. And listen, I'm not saying it's easy to travel alone. It takes like some time and getting used to. But even though it won't be easy, I think it'll be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.